everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Lorraine, and today I have kind of an exciting video for everyone because I feel like nobody truly knows me on here. So I wanted to do a 30 fun facts about myself. I felt like to kick off Vlogmas number 4, I would do something to get to know me a little bit better. I do apologize about the lighting. I have sun coming in right here and then I'm off-centered, so it is what it is. So the first fun fact about me is I am a musician of almost 18 years. I've been playing the guitar since I was 9 years old. My dad taught me almost everything that I knew up until like 3 or 4 years into my succession of becoming a musician. The second one is my favorite band of all time is Led Zeppelin, and the third fact is I can pretty much play any song that Led Zeppelin can play. You name it, I usually can sit down and just start playing it. Fact number 4 is I have only ever broken one bone in my entire body, and that was when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I was at my babysitter's house in which there's a lot of kids there, and I think we were playing hide and seek. No, I think we were playing hide and seek, and me and another girl ran into the closet, and she didn't notice that my toe was still outside of the closet. So when she shut the door, she literally like jammed my toe in the door and I broke my toe. I literally blacked out when it happened, so I don't remember pain. I just remember the moment before and the moment after and being with my mom. Number 5 is I have never had surgery. I've never had major surgery. I've never had a reason for surgery. And I am actually kind of nervous because next month or sometime in the very near future, I'm going to be having my wisdom teeth extracted, and that will be my first real surgery, and I'm super nervous. Number 6 is a really odd one, and I will certainly try to capture it on camera for you, but me and my siblings can shake our eyes. I remember the exact moment when my older brother was like, I can shake my eyes, I'm so cool. And I looked at him and somehow I could do it a couple of times. Yeah. I don't know why, like, I don't even know how I learned how to do it. I just looked at my brother and I was like, you know what? I want to do that. Bing! And I did it. And that was like my superpower since first grade. I went to school and everybody was like, shake your eyes. And I have been able to do it ever since. There has been no eye doctor to tell me why I can do it. It's probably just, if you heard smacking, that's my dog. It's probably just like strong eye muscles. I have no idea why we can do it. No clue. Number 7, my favorite color is a very specific green, and it's actually painted on my walls. They're like accent colors. I've read or seen that it is like a dark teal. Yeah, I don't know. I love all sorts of greens, but that is like my favorite. It's just so pretty. It's so rich. It's so depthy. It's beautiful. I love that color. Number 8, as you can probably guess, my favorite beverage is a nice cup of coffee. Number 9 is I know many bits and pieces of different languages. The one that I took seriously and absolutely love to this day is Scottish Gaelic. It's so different, it's so beautiful, it's a dying language, and so I began learning it and I took it super seriously. For an example, Kinamahashif, Aguman Tapaluf, Kinamahashifien, Gliva Tapaluf, Jayan Panamaharuf, Ismisha Sera, Halabla, Hanilwa Homa Aharu. Anyway, I just absolutely loved it. It was just so different to me. But I also know bits of Japanese. Watashi namae wa Sera desu. Hajimemashite. And I also know a little bit of French because I took 2 years of French in high school. But my French is horrible. Like, I can pick up bits and pieces of what people are saying. And when I was trying to learn Scottish Gaelic, all the languages that I know, and I also kind of know Spanish, it all just gets mixed in and sometimes it gets jumbled. Like, I will think of a Japanese sentence somehow, some way. French will intermix into Japanese. It's very odd. The brain When learning a language, it's so interesting what your brain will jumble up, because it'll be like the same or very similar words, but you'll think of the other language when you're trying to recall one language. It's so crazy, but I love it. Anyways, so yeah. Number 10, the first real concert that I have ever been to was actually last year in December, a Google Dolls Christmas concert, and I kid you not, it was the best concert of my life because I met an extremely extraordinary woman there, but she was substantially older than me and Connor, and me and her were just like, oh my gosh, we were like holding hands, swaying back and forth. We were talking about how she was in the army, how she loves Led Zeppelin, and I was like, best concert hands down. The experience, the show, the band, everything was just so great. Number 11, my absolute flavor, my absolute favorite flower is a gardenia, and number 12, the reason why my favorite flower is a gardenia is because my childhood home, right outside of my bedroom window, there was a gardenia bush, so every time I would open my window, I would see, so sorry about that. Okay, so my camera decided to take a crap just now. So I think I was saying that my favorite flower was gardenia. So every time I would open my window, I would smell it, and it is just a very nostalgic flower, and it's also so pretty. White, the petals itself feel like velvet. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Number 13 is I started YouTube when I was 17, so that was back in 2011. I had no idea what I was doing, had no idea why I wanted to do it, but essentially I saw other people do it. I thought it was interesting, got myself a camera and started filming myself. And I still film myself. But yeah, it's just something that I love doing. It's so creative. I love sharing information. That is like the goal of the human race anyway. So I am doing it just a very modernistic way, right? Number 14, my favorite all-time book is A Wrinkle in Time, and I'm actually rereading it. I read this book when I was either in 3rd or 4th grade. I absolutely love it. It is so creative. It's very captivating no matter what age you're at. It's just an amazing, amazing book. The way that the author character develops each person in the story is amazing. I just think this book is hands down, and it's so nostalgic for me. My dad gave me this book when I was in 3rd or 4th grade for a book project that I had to complete for school, and so I was forced to read this, and I enjoyed every bit of it. And now every night before bed, I read a chapter or two, and it's amazing. Number 15, when I was learning about God, when I was really young, when my father and mother were telling me about God, I would always imagine God to be George Washington on the dollar bill. Whenever anybody started talking about God, that's who came to my mind. Why? No idea. I have no idea why I associated God to George Washington on the dollar bill, but that's what I did. I don't know. Number 16, I am more of a best friend type of person / personality rather than a group friendship personality. So there would be multiple times in my life where I had a group of friends, but within that dynamic of a group, I would hone in on like one person that I related to so very much, and I would be like, they would be my best friend. I would consider that person my best friend. This has been true through every single grade of my life in school. And then when I got older, there was like a huge group of friends in junior high. Just so many people. And I would like hone in on one person. And one of them is still my very, very near and dear friends today, Marley. Me and her just like we were so close. So close, like we were sisters. It's like our personalities just meshed perfectly. And yeah, she is still one of my closest friends today. But that's just how I am. My personality just really, really appreciates one-on-one friendships because I feel like I can rely on that person can rely on me, rather than just having a lot of different friends. I like quality, not quantity. Number 17. So this is like one fact in many. I graduated high school really, really early, and actually a year earlier than all of my other friends because I decided to get out of public school, go to charter, and finish my criteria there. I graduated with a 4.2 grade point average, and I'm so proud of that. That's just like, I worked really hard. It was my decision to remove myself out of my first high school, and I just wanted to better myself. I wanted to be done earlier and kind of going on the boat of academics. I absolutely love math, and I loved math. In high school, I graduated my senior year with a 102% because I was the person that did all of the extra credit. I got 100% on my tests. I just really loved math. In college, I graduated with A's. Now granted, they were never that good. Unfortunately, I could never like get it to 100 but I did graduate my last math class with a 98. So I was always so proud of that. And it's not because I was good at math, it's because I definitely just wanted to be good at math. I wanted to be that person that was like raising their hands, knowing the answers, you know? So yeah, I wasn't good at it, but I strived to be super good at it. Number 19, if I could meet 3 people in this entire world, the first person would be Jimmy Page, which is the lead guitarist of Led Zeppelin. I would meet Paolo Nutini, which is a Scottish brilliant singer. And number 3, this one just kind of makes me chuckle, I would meet Timothee Chalamet, because the guy's a genius. Like, he's a great actor, so I would really, and I feel like our personalities would just like, anyway. Number 20, I was in dance for 3 years in school, and on my 4th year, I tried out to be a part of the dance academy at my school, or the highest form of dance, which was called Ascension. It was company. And I didn't get it, and it broke my heart so bad. I quit dance, and that is also one of the main reasons why I left my first high school, because I was just so, if I didn't have dance, I didn't want to be in high school anymore. So I was like, I just want to get this over with. But yeah, broke my heart. Love dance, always have loved dance, and I love to dance. So fun fact number 21, my most favorite birthday was when I turned 24, and my good friend Marley invited me over to her house. I thought it was just to like open up presents because it was my birthday. It was a day that I was working. I worked on my birthday anyhow, and she invited me over, and it was a surprise birthday party, and I honestly was so surprised. I had never had a surprise birthday party in my life, and it was just so, I was misty-eyed because her and her husband were singing happy birthday to me. They decorated their entire kitchen area in birthday setting. There was a cake. It was so cute. It was so precious, and that moment I appreciate so much. So thank you, Marley, if you are watching. Number 22, when I would practice my guitar when I was younger, I would literally fantasize that I was at my own concert hall and that I was a woman, Jimmy Page, in Led Zeppelin. So I was the woman lead guitarist in Led Zeppelin, or I was the rhythm guitarist or lead guitarist in the band Heart. I would literally sit in front of my mirror, jam out, have the music playing in the background, play along to the music, and I would literally imagine and fantasize that I was at my own concert hall and people were watching me. It was a whole thing. Literally, that was my favorite part of coming home from school, was practicing and pretending that I was doing my own concerts. If you hear snoring, Bear is now sleeping. So, number 23, my absolute favorite movie of all time is Dragonheart, the first one, where the dragon's voice is Sean Connery. It's one, a fantastic film. 2, I would practice the hell out of his voice and reenact scenes several times to my parents, my friends, family. To the stars, boy, to the stars. It's just, it's just a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Number 24. This is kind of a sad one. When I first saw Twilight, I legitimately, I think I was in 8th or 9th grade, I legitimately thought I was never going to find love like that. And I never have, thank God. That'd be weird. No, but I really thought that nobody liked me, that I was ugly. And I knew I'm like I have self-awareness. Like, I know I'm not unattractive, but at the time I really just was bogging down on myself because all of my friends had boyfriends. Everybody had a significant other and I did not at the time, and that movie just bummed me out because I really thought I wasn't gonna find it. That's so stupid. You think the movie would just like uplift you, make you think like romanticism, how corny it was. No. Number 25, I received my first flip phone in 5th grade. It had no texting. It was legitimately a flip phone from Verizon Wireless. I really loved this phone actually, but I thought it was so cool. Putting it in my little cubby desk, and I'm like, like, why? It's just a phone to call someone if you're in trouble. Why is it so cool? Number 26, I was actually part of a softball league in 5th grade. Every day after school, my 5th grade teacher would train us, and we were able to join a league, in which I totally did, rounded up the people. And I remember they're like, what should we name our league? What should we name our team? And I'm like, the Shiznits. And they're like, yeah, I think that means a bad word. I was like, yeah, I do too. So we won 2nd place in the league, and it was because I feel like it was entirely my fault. I was a really good fly ball thrower. Is that a thing? I was all the way out in field because the person at bat literally shot that thing like a rocket out to the field, so I was outfielder. I literally threw it, not my finest moment, I threw it in the opposite direction, and everybody was like, the fuck? So we got 2nd place, but that was like so amazing. That entire summer was so amazing because we played, I think, 12 different teams. The 13th team was like the finals. It was a good moment, but it wasn't a good moment. But I still got like a little souvenir. I have it in my forever box, so it was a really good moment, even though I fucked up. To go along with sports, number 27, I was the fastest runner in my entire school for a girl. I would even sometimes beat the guys. There was one dude that was quicker than me, but I was the fastest girl runner in my grade until I reached puberty. Then it all just went downhill from there. Damn you, puberty. Number 28, I absolutely hated Brussels sprouts growing up, but my mom would give me at least 3 that she would force me to eat. And it's still kind of like our ongoing joke. I do like Brussels sprouts now. My palate has changed, but it's still like she'll give me 3 because throughout my entire life, she was like, you just have to eat 3. But those damn 3. When I was in college, I absolutely loved studying psychology, and I also really enjoyed public speaking and the art of storytelling. I took public speaking and the art of storytelling at the same time. And it was very challenging for me because it's really hard for me to talk in front of a lot of different people if I was not comfortable speaking. It really challenged me, and I also now know what to look for when speaking in public. I hardly ever use ums or filler words, and I critique every time I hear TED Talks. Like, I can hear when someone is nervous, I can see certain cues. It's interesting because I know everything it takes behind public speaking now. It's made me a better speaker, so I definitely appreciate that. And also psychology, because psychology, you learn a little bit more. Some things are a little bit more valid, justified, why you do things, your personality, nature versus nurture, Freud, Jung. There's just so much. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And lastly, number 30, when I was super young, I think like maybe 2, 3, 4 years old, can't remember. I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I literally had dinosaur tennis shoes, dinosaur toys, dinosaur shirts, dinosaur. Dude, I was so freaking obsessed. Sorry, bear. So sorry if you can't hear me because now there's loud music in the background, but funny story, when I was that young, I had dinosaur tennis shoes that were too small, but because there was Tyrannosaurus Rex on the side of the shoe, oh man, I wanted them. So I lied to my parents and I said, yeah, they fit, and my freaking feet were so cramped in those shoes, it sucked.